This movie. So, let's do a review on this movie. So, they a week ago or so, I did I watched it on my on a DVD, Hellboy DVD. I watched it, and I realized this one was really that great. To be fair, I find this movie to be pretty decent in terms of the way I watched it. A lot of people, you know how they do, like to hype up these movies. Oh, Hellboy is really good film, blah 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 blah. It wasn't that great. I think the sequel is a lot better film than the first movie. This one is just, I don't know. It's not for me. I tried to get into this because the whole first half of this film is very slow and it takes forever to just explain the characters and blah blah blah, all this other stuff. It took a while to show Hellboy. They gotta show his past first, how they found him in the most boring way possible, how they found him. I don't know, the whole story of them finding fucking Hellboy was very boring. The whole story about the whole background, he was found, and stuff like that. It happens around the 1940s, with the whole World War II thing, the Nazis, and blah blah blah. The American, what's it? I forgot. I think it was, I don't know, I forgot who found him. I think it was the Germans or Americans found him. I think it was American Army, and this professor guy, he ended up being his father, raising Hellboy. Found him when he was a baby. Came out of the portal, stuff like that. So he raised him till he's an adult and stuff like that. It's just the whole beginning of how they found him, and then they were fighting this guy with the swords coming out of his hand. I thought the guy was pretty cool. The swords coming out of his hand, stuff like that. I should like that character, but the way they used him wasn't the right way to use the character. I feel like it's just done very bland. The whole first half of the movie is done very bland. Even the fight scenes not really that interesting. To be fair, the fight scenes is just, I don't know what the director was thinking of when he did these fight scenes for this movie, but it just wasn't there. The fight scenes of this movie, it just wasn't there. It felt very odd. Well, not odd. It's just that it wasn't really badass. It's just Hellboy is chasing around this monster that resurrects over and over again because all the eggs it has, underwater and stuff like that. They keep getting resurrected because this asshole put it there, stuff like that. And he got to keep killing it and shit. It wasn't really an interesting fight when he fights those monsters. It's not really that interesting. It's not nothing badass about it. He just takes forever to shoot these motherfuckers. It doesn't have that really awesome gun pow type of thing when he uses the big ass gun he has. It's not really interesting. Like I said, the second one, I think the second one's a way better film. I think they did way better with the characters in the second film. Better character development in the second movie. This is it's a slow film, and it started to get better right at the part where Hellboy had enough of Jeffrey Tambor's bullshit being an asswipe, so he started to scare the shit out of him by about to throw something at him, but he didn't. He threw it out the window just to scare him. He'd start running out of there. I started laughing my ass off, so I thought it was a pretty funny scene. That's where things started getting better, and that's where Selma Blair changes her mind about being in that mental hospital. She decided to come back to the headquarters and stuff like that. That's when it started getting interesting. Before that, it was so boring. It was slow as hell. And I was let me just keep watching it and see what happens. So I just kept watching because of that part with the fight he had with Jeffrey Tambor in the laboratory where his blue fish buddy got injured while swimming under the water with that monster. So he got an argument with Jeffrey Tambor. I really like Jeffrey Tambor as an actor and comedian. He's a pretty funny guy. He has a shape of a walnut. His head's like a shape of a walnut, to be fair. Well, I actually like him as an actor, especially Ron Perlman. He does a really good job as a Hellboy. I love Selma Blair. I think Selma Blair is a pretty underrated actress as Liz. Hellboy's love interest and stuff like that. I think he did pretty good. It's just that the script is just, I don't know what Guillermo del Toro was thinking of when he did this movie. Well, I think he kind of rushed it, and I don't think he wrote it in the right way how Hellboy is supposed to be. Because this is based off the comic book,
And I don't mind Guillermo del Toro as a director. I don't mind him. He's just sometimes he can be like kind of shaky. What I mean when I say shaky, he's like an on and off director. There's times he makes good movies, there are times he doesn't make good movies. I'm not really crazy about this guy that much. I'll say he's better than fucking those other directors, those overrated ass directors in this generation. I'll tell you, he's better than those fucking assholes. But I don't mind him. It's just that sometimes it's just, I don't know. I'm just not really crazy about his movies that much. I still haven't watched Blade 2 yet. I still haven't got a chance. I wish he worked on Blade 3 also, besides Hellboy, but it sucks. We got that shitty Trinity movie, the Blade Trinity, instead, with the same director who did that fucking first movie. Well, it wasn't the same director. I think it was like the same writer, and then he turned to a director and a writer for the third movie. And he really wrecked fucking Blade trilogy for sure. Because I didn't like the first one. This first one was too kind of like really goofy. Well, not really goofy. It was kind of goofy at times, and other times it's just, I don't know. I didn't really like the action that much, and like the middle end of the movie was like really slow and boring. It got really dull at the end. I was like, oh wow, it's starting to really suck. I just never really liked the middle end of the film. It just got like really boring. Whereas the part where Blake gets captured and they suck his blood out of him and stuff like that, actually that part was like really boring. It's like I was like falling asleep at that part. I was like, oh my god, even get to the good part. Even the final fight against Deacon Frost sucked ass. That shit sucked. The final fight against Deacon Frost. I was bored on my fucking balls. Like I still haven't watched Blade 2, but I'll get there. I'm going to watch that sooner or later. I'm going to watch Blade 2 sooner or later. It's probably gonna be better than the first movie. No doubt, it's gonna be better. But I wish Guillermo del Toro worked on the third Blade movie. That sucks. He never did that because he really wanted to work on this instead. Which, like I said, it wasn't really that great. It was decent. The sequel, he actually wrote the characters a lot better in the sequel. I feel like, because this movie is just like he didn't know what he was doing. He's like a really big fan of Hellboy. He really wanted to direct this movie for so long. Instead, he still didn't really do that much for this movie. I feel like he didn't do that much. It's just the writing is just bland. I feel like it should have been more action to this movie. Oh wait, there is action in this movie. It's not really that interesting action. It should have been like badass action. But the action wasn't even badass. I wouldn't say it's bad or ass, but it wasn't badass. It was just alright action. Should have been something like John Woo type of shit. Hellboy blasted the shit out of the fucking monster multiple times or something like that. But the whole gun shooting part's really not really that great. And there's other characters like I said, Selma Blair's character, Liz Sherman. Hellboy's love interest, where she's she put herself in the mental hospital because she can't control her powers and stuff like that. We heard this cliched many times before, where a character can't control her powers, just like what Jean Grey, when she can't control her powers. Same old shit, And I find that part to be pretty boring. Selma Blair's trying her best. It's not her fault. It's Guillermo del Toro didn't know what he was doing in this movie. And it was really boring scenes with that part where she was in a mental hospital and stuff like that. And she was talking to Blade outside about her problems and stuff like that. And she'd say she didn't want to come back. Blah, blah, blah. All that boring parts in the first half of the movie. It's like, oh my god, what is this? Some kind of fucking, what is this? The Young Adult Restless now? I mean, the only time she actually really used her powers is at the end of the movie where, Hellboy's getting jumped by all these monsters. She asked the FBI agent to bitch slap her so she'd get angry and start to blow up the whole place with flames. Also, she's basically like Cyclops from X-Men. Instead of having the glasses on the face, it's a totally different thing. Like a sample, it's like you hit her or something like that. She get angry and she blows up and she can't control her powers. Same like Cyclops, he needs the glasses to control his powers. Jean Grey's same shit, same fucking shit. I just find the whole thing to be boring. The whole thing of her put herself in a mental hospital and stuff like that. I find the whole thing to be boring, and Just that I feel like that shit made the movie drag and stuff like that. I understand they try to give her a background story, but it should have been some way better. Like she should have been like shooting more flames at people. Besides that last part, she did something, and she couldn't like stop it because she went like overboard. She can't control her powers. It's the same shit. Like I said, same thing like Jean Grey and Cyclops. All these other X-Men characters, same like that. I understand this is a different comic book. This is Dark Horse Comics, not Marvel Comics. I understand that, but I feel like Dark Horse probably took some things from the Marvel Comics because he was like a big fan of Marvel Comics. The guy who did Dark Horse Comics, you know. Like I said, I still think Selma Blair is a pretty underrated actress. I really like her as an actress. She says this movie is just written not really that well to me. It's written it's just like I said, it's decent writing. It's like it's decent writing. Could be a lot better. It could be a lot better. I like the characters in this movie. I like them. I like the characters. Like I said, they all did good. It's just that the writing was just really not that good. The action wasn't really that good either. So the whole first half was like really boring. Like I said, after the whole World War II scene where all the World War II veterans find Hellboy is a little baby, then it cuts through like the present time where all the stuff on the news saying about this walking demon walking around the forest like he's like Bigfoot or something like that. Jeffrey Tambor, FBI agent guy, talking to fucking talk show host, stuff like that. Then cuts to this other FBI agent who's this young guy, and he goes talk to the father of Hellboy, the professor, and talks to his old ass about this and that. He shows him the fish dude. I forgot what the fish dude's name was. I think it says Abe. I think it's Abe. Yeah, fucking Abe, the fish guy. He's like this dude who sees the future and stuff like that. I don't mind his character, but he doesn't really do much. He just fucking it's a regular dude that swims in the water like a regular fish. He's a real smart dude, but that's all he's good at, being a genius. That's it. Then later on in the second movie, you have this other guy wearing a fucking bucket. No, he wore like some kind of suit that keeps his his ghost body inside the suit or something like that. And he gets in a fight with Ron Perlman's Hellboy, stuff like that, at the lockers. I also didn't mind him. I thought he was an interesting character. I love how he pisses off Hellboy and stuff like that because he annoys the shit out of him. I didn't mind that character. I kind of wish they made a fucking third movie to the second one. It sucked because we got that shitty remake with David Harbour from that fucking Stranger Things show or something. That big chin jackass. And they made shit like too goofy. Like it made it like it's Deadpool or something, which Deadpool did it like way better. Like everyone's trying to be like Deadpool for some reason, because Deadpool is like a really funny thing. He's like, why don't we copy Deadpool? Because Deadpool is hilarious. How about you stick to the actual real comic book? Dark Horse Comics, not copy off other fucking things. You fucking idiot. Whatever, that's what they do. Is like copy off other things and being original, come up with their own ideas for the movie. That's how it is. But like I said, I didn't mind the FBI agent played by Rupert Evans. I didn't mind him. He's just this regular guy, helping out, characters like Liz, Selma Blair, help her get through things, get how to help her out, control her powers, being her friend and stuff like that. He tried to go on a date with fucking Hellboy's girl, Try to put his arm around her at the park where Hellboy's on top of the roof spying on him with a kid giving him cookies. I thought that was pretty funny. And like I said, this is that's the second half of the movie. That's where it start getting really good. But not really good, it's to start getting better. Let's say it start getting better. Let's just say that. Because like I said, the first half was so boring and slow. Like I was bored out of my mind. Like it should have been like way more better. Should have been better action in this movie. I didn't get this movie. I don't get why people like this so much. The first one. Like I said, I barely watched the first one when I was a kid. I watched mostly the second one. The second one I watched over and over again because I thought that was a really good film. The first one, I barely watched the first one because I didn't really find it interesting. I watched like at one time when I was like a little boy or something like that. I was like, 8 or something like that. I watched that and I was like, But then when I got older, I watched the second one. I was like, wow, this is like a lot better than the first movie. And there's other people who would say that both are not really that good. You know, I do disagree with that opinion. You know, everyone has their own opinions. You know, well, I think the second one's better than the first one. You know, like I said, this shit felt slow. The whole first half was slow, and they got better the second half. But even though like the final fight was interesting, all the fucking Hellboy did was fight this giant squid thing that came out of that guy's body because he was trying to steal he was trying to get fucking Hellboy to open up the portal to hell or something like that. And all these monsters out and stuff like that. You know, all that other bullshit. I thought that final fight was weak. I only thought that the final fight was actually interesting. Even the jokes that he cracked in this movie, Hellboy cracks this movie, wasn't that interesting either. They should have been like better wisecracks he does than that. Like the second movie, he does like better wisecracks. Like I said, the second movie was like a better improvement than the first movie. Like way better character development in the second movie. I even like Selma Blair's like fucking outfit in the second movie better than the first movie. Especially how her, you know, her hair is like a lot a lot shorter or stuff like that. I thought she looked pretty sexy in that movie, the second movie. She looked pretty hot in the second one. And she don't look that bad for her age now. She's like 49 or 50. She don't look that bad for her age now. She just look good for her age. But yeah. I just want Hellboy 3. We just need like one more Hellboy, I think. And like Robert was like up for it too. He's like, you know, he's like 70, 71 or something like that. He still wants to do it. You know, he want to do it for the fans and stuff like that. He said, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. He was like, but why would they get fucking greenlit to do it? Hopefully that happens, you know. Which, you know, it still sucks because like I understand like why, like what happened with that. What happened to Hellboy 3? But instead, oh, let's do a remake. That's what I did, was it? No, that sucked. The remake was fucking. That's like a 5.2 of the remake. Even though it should have been lower than that. Why is it 5.2? People like that fucking remake? You fucking kidding me? I don't know. Maybe the remake has better action. I don't know. I never watched the remake. I just heard of it. I was like, nah, pass. I'm not into remakes. Sometimes I am, not all the time though. Sometimes. And that's like a rare thing. Because, you know, most remakes are like fucking blows. Most of the time they did just a remake just to popular shit. Instead of, you know, the shit that, you know, that actually failed a long time ago. They should focus on the shit that failed instead of, you know, that shit that actually was successful, you know. Yeah, but like I said, like fucking, yeah, like these main villain guys, like one's this blonde lady, you know, she's pretty thick. Her ass is pretty thick. She's not that bad looking. And you got this other dude, this dude in the suit or something like that. All these, you know, these knives come out of his hand or something like that. Whatever, not hand, but come out of his suit. So I thought he was cool. Yeah, that other guy who was like Cypher from the Matrix or something like that. He comes like as a vision. While, you know, like a couple of times where, you know, see what Hellboy's up to when he was fighting that monster thing. He's like bugging the shit out of him. And again, he was like, he went to Selma Blair's fucking mental hospital when she was sleeping and kissed her on the forehead to unleash her powers. I was like, what the fuck? He just kissed her on the forehead? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Some fucking porn shit? What the happened? He's gonna fuck Selma Blair's character? I was like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, whoa. I mean, like I said, she's pretty attractive though, Selma Blair. But yeah, I was like, what the hell's going on here? He's about to turn some porn thing? But no, she just blows up and blows the whole mental hospital out, set on flames. And she got a little quiet in the room by herself. Well, you know, like I said, the FBI agent go in there and start talking to her, make her wake up. You know, like saying that's like not really her fault and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah, all that boring stuff. Yeah, I just didn't really like this movie. Yeah, like the shit felt slow as hell the whole first half of the movie, and then the second half got better. You know, it still wasn't that good. The whole second half. It still was better. It's just that, like I said, it's just I don't know what Guillermo del Toro was thinking of when he did this movie. Like I don't know what. I feel like he rushed it or something. I feel like. Let's check the trivia. What the fuck on this trivia stuff here? Anything interesting? Yeah, Cthulhu. Who fucking cares about that monster thing? Hellboy creator, co-executive producer Mike Mignola, and director Del Toro decided to reveal that each other their choice for the lead role of Hellboy at both the same time. But they both say at the same time, Ron Perlman. Okay. I want something interesting here. God damn it. Guillermo del Toro for years considered this movie to be a dream project and always had wanted to cast Ron Perlman in the lead, but never could secure a budget nor studio approval. After the massive success of Blade 2, del Toro was offered Blade Trinity, or this movie. And though he really considered trying to schedule both in, he chose this movie. So yeah, that sucks. That's like he couldn't do both of them. That's fucking lame. Like, well, why couldn't Blade Trinity come out like in 2006 or something like that? Like, that makes no sense. You know. Instead, they said get that other asshole, the Blade Trinity, to get that other asshole who did the fucking first movie. Well, who wrote the first movie. He didn't direct it. Some other asshole directed that one. Who did League Extraordinary Gentlemen with Sean Connery. He didn't get along with Sean Connery. That's what made Sean Connery quit his fucking career as an actor, because of that movie. Even though that movie didn't look that bad, the thing I saw about it. I don't remember that much about it. I didn't watch that shit since I was a kid. That Extraordinary League Gentlemen, how to pronounce it. I don't know what that movie says I was a kid. Yeah, that sucks, because I would love to see Del Toro's Blade Trinity movie. But these companies, they be like, you want it done now, you know, instead of just, you know, give the guy a fucking break. Like, make him, can't you just write it until like fucking 2006 or something like that? Let it come out 2006 to 2004. But no, he gotta choose one or the other. I can't do both projects. It's fucking bullshit. Because like I said, that Blade Trinity sucked balls. You got fucking Ryan Reynolds in there. Even though I like Ryan Reynolds as an actor, he was better as Deadpool, but he wasn't Deadpool in that movie. And they got sexy ass Jessica Biel in there, and I don't know, it was bad casting. Even though I liked them as actors, just said it was bad casted. I was like, what the fuck are they doing in that? And then once again, it's goofy as hell again. It's like the first movie. It's goofy as hell. I was like, I don't get that. Ron Perlman broke a rib while filming the subway scenes. He jumped onto a train that was coming towards him at about 45 miles per hour. Damn. I'm surprised things even worse than that. I'm trying to find something like more interesting here. The filmmakers decided not to make a film too bloody, so as to avoid an R rating. Why the fuck not? And thoughts of things they could substitute for the blood while filming the fight between Hellboy and the monster in front of the people. Perlman suggested that Hellboy could grab a gumball machine and start beating the monster over the head with it. The flying gumball staying in for the blood. Instead, Hellboy rips a payphone off the wall, beats the monster over the head with the phone, with the coins that go flying out staying in for the blood. That's stupid. They should have made it bloody and rated R. What's the fucking big deal? What's the fucking big deal, bitch? Like, I don't get that. Why not make it fucking bloody? I don't get that shit. Fucking wussies. I don't get that shit. Yeah, that's why the movie wasn't that good. It wasn't bloody enough. It took the writer and director Guillermo del Toro 6 years to bring the character of Hellboy to the big screen. 6 years, and it still didn't really go that well, Del Toro. Ron Perlman wore booties, made a green screen material for the scene where we finally meet Hellboy as an adult, in which Hellboy cloven hooves were revealed, but due to the low-key lighting, his hooves are a little hard to see. Okay. That was really that interesting. Oh, it's not really interesting here. Oh, fucking bitch ass Abe, the fucking fish dude. Fucking Abe reminds me of C-3PO for some reason. That's how useless his character is. He's C-3PO. studio wanted Vin Diesel to play Hellboy. Fuck no. Vin Diesel sucks. People probably get butthurt if I said that. I don't care. Who cares? I don't like Vin Diesel. He's not a good actor. I don't get what's so good about Vin Diesel. He's got a fucking big ass nose. And he's bald. I mean, I'm kidding. Who doesn't mind being bald? Yeah, I don't think fucking Guillermo del Toro knew what the hell he was doing in this movie. Like, yeah, he was better in the second movie. He did better than the second movie. But this shit, it's just, like I said, the whole first half was slow. Like, he was like, oh, I'm so happy I'm finally doing Hellboy. Oh, this movie's gonna be really great. No. It was alright at best. It's alright at best, Del Toro. It wasn't really that great. Like, I didn't get the hype for this fucking movie. I didn't get it. Like I said, the whole fucking fight scene with Hellboy and these monsters, like, all he does, he fucking just throws it around, you know, shoots a couple bullets at him, like, he keeps throwing it around like he's a fucking pizzeria, throw the monster around like a pizzeria. The next scene where, you know, like I say, he fights the dude with the fucking sword hands to revenge his father. Which, you know, that asshole killed him because, you know, he gets, like, possessed or something like that. His father, you know, the professor dude. Because, you know, the bald guy. Well, the thing is, he had the dude, the knife come out of his hand. He has, like, his naked body on the table. He looks like Deadpool from Wolverine Origins, you know, the movie, you know, X-Men Origins Wolverine. I was like, oh, he looks just like that Deadpool character that really fucked over Ryan Reynolds. He had him lay on the table because he thought he was dead, but he wakes up and he puts on his stuff back on and he goes downstairs, and the bald guy's Cypher was there, like, talking to him in his ear and showing him the future, what's going on, what's gonna happen to the whole world, and the Hellboy just sitting by himself. The whole world is, like, fucked up. Which you know, that almost happens, but, you know, the FBI agent, like, smacked him out of it, and he fucking stabs the fucking the bald guy with the fucking the horns and shit. He rips off his head and stabs him with it. He fucking kills him. Well, he didn't kill him until that fucking he didn't kill him. The fucking squid kills him. That came out of his fucking stomach, came out of his tummy wummy. So that happened. Like I said, the whole fight scene is really better. Like I said, his wisecrack kind of sucked. Like, Del Toro should stick with fucking doing fucking Blade Trinity instead or something like that, instead of doing this. Like, yeah, like I said, he did better with the Golden Army. He did way better with that film. But like I said, this film is, like, goes nowhere. Yeah, I understand he's trying to make a fucking, like I said, a background story for these characters, but yeah, not really that interesting. But like I said, like, I like these actors, I like the characters, but the story just wasn't there. It just wasn't there for me. It wasn't written well. Del Toro just did Blade Trinity. You know, she just did that movie instead of just, you know. I don't know how he could have just. It's not really his fault. It's really the studio was pick up choose which one to do. You know, they should let him do both. You know, let him do like Trinity to do like for like 2006. He do Blade Trinity 2006. That's Hellboy 2004. That's how it should have been. But these assholes want it done now. You know, bunch of clowns. That's why Blade Trinity was sucked so much balls, because they let Del Toro do both of them. Yeah, like there's other scenes where he goes to I forgot, I think it was Germany or something like that, with take Jeffrey Tambor or Selma Blair, the FBI agents, you know, to there to find where these assholes are at, and he takes out this dead body out of the ground that talks, that shows them the way or where to go, stuff like that. I didn't mind that scene where they're there, stuff like that. I didn't mind that scene. Like I said, this movie's alright. It's just that it could have been better. Like, it could have been better. They should actually have some, you know, some badass scenes in this movie. You know, like I said, like badass action, but they did. It wasn't no badass action. It's just alright action. Like I said, all he does, he just tosses the monster around all around like a pizzeria and just shoots him with a gun a couple of times. And not in the badass way he shoots a gun, but I don't know what the hell they were doing with this movie. I just didn't understand what the hell they were doing with this movie. Wait, I mean Del Toro. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Like, the only movies I watched from this guy is the Hellboy movies, and I never watched Blade 2, I never watched Pacific Rim. I never watched Pacific Rim. I heard it's bad, I heard people say it's good, so I have no idea. Like, you guys can tell me in the comments about Pacific Rim. Like, should I watch that movie? Does it suck? Does it suck major balls? Like, I don't know. Is it a really good film? I don't know. I never watched it. You know, just tell me. Shit reminds me of like Transformers or something like that, or like, well, actually, it reminds me of Godzilla. It's the whole, the robotic suits, the monsters, the fight monsters and stuff like that. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of fucking Godzilla and Power Rangers. That's what it reminds me of. But yeah, like, I don't know. Just tell me in the comments about Pacific Rim. I don't know. I never watched it. I know what it is. I heard of it. I just never watched the movie. I know 100% sure that Ron Perlman was in there too, because Del Toro's like good friends with him. Because these directors are. They always become good buddies with their actors. Oh man, Ron Perlman, we hang out all the time. We get fucking wasted together and stuff like that. Just like in that fucking movie, the second movie where Hellboy gets wasted with Abe. They get drinking up beers to get all wasted, just singing with each other. I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. Well, that shit was funny as fuck. Man, I should watch the second one, man. That shit's way better. Fucking the Hellboy and Abe got wasted. Yeah. This movie could have been a lot better. It's just so boring. The man is so like depressing and stuff like that. These whole Selma Blair's characters in the mental hospital, and she can't control her powers. Her fucking past life when she's a child, she can't control her powers. The same old shit I heard from fucking Marvel movies already, with fucking Jean Grey and fucking Cyclops and shit. Same old shit. Like I think that Dark Horse Comics must have took it from there or something. It must have. Where else would it fucking be? Yeah, like I said, in my opinion, Hellboy 2 is way better than the fucking first movie. Way better. I watched the second one more than the fucking first movie. That's how good it was. Like I said, one day I'm gonna watch Blade 2, and people say that Blade 2 is the best one of the trilogy, which I probably believe that because I'm not a fan of the first movie because how goofy it was. Like Stephen Dorff, a lot of people like the guy as an actor, but he's just some regular dude. He's like some regular guy. Just a regular, basic actor. I don't think he's that interesting as an actor to me. I don't think he sucks or anything. I'm just not a big fan of him. Well, not really a fan of them all, to be fair. I don't think he sucks. I'm just not a fan of that guy. Especially his character, Deacon Frost. His character sucked. Deacon Frost. He's just some fucking scrawny wussy that Blade easily defeats. He had no problem defeating that dude. He had no problem. That guy wasn't even a challenge. He just fucking just cuts him in half and he just dies. That's it. Too fucking easy. That shit is way too fucking easy. Like I said, I'm still gonna check out the fucking Blade 2. I will. Just not right now. I will. But I think that's it for this fucking review, man. I'm gonna do some other shit. Do some other movie reviews, I guess.